Hey, what's going on, guys? Nathan here from nathanargenta.com, and today's video is my dividend investing portfolio update video through M1 Finance, which is the platform that I'm using, and it is an update video for the month of May. Okay, so far as of right now, since starting my portfolio in September of 2019, okay, my portfolio is up for just the month of May 7.38%. Okay, so just over 7% for the month of May, and the current value is at $5,628.81. Okay, if we just look at the previous year, like I said, since I started this in September of 2019, my portfolio overall is down just under 6%. Okay, so at 5.88%. And $259 in the negative. Okay, so total dividends earned though is $118, and then the market gain, which is nice because the dividends have helped balance that out a little, not balance it, but reduce that amount by the gains in the negative of $378. Okay, so if we go back to the month again, just some things that changed. So overall, 7.38% is a great great percent for the month. Really, historically, that's a really good percent growth. Just a couple of things that for me I'm looking at is just what's the market conditions as of right now. I mean, it seems like it's been a pretty consistent growth since the downturn, with COVID-19. It's been slowly going up, and it's just kind of been hesitant over the past week or two, and really over the past month until that initial rush. Over the past week or two, it's been kind of stagnant, I would say, overall. And I don't know if that's going to continue like that or if it's going to, drop or go back up again. But I'm still a little hesitant in putting more money consistently every month into this account, just because I don't know exactly what's going to happen. There's just so many things going on in the world right now. There's so many things going on in the United States. And, a lot of things are just, again, out of your control as an investor. That's just a huge risk that you take. But that's also a big reason why not only myself, but tons of other people are focused on dividend investing, because regardless of what the market does gain wise, historically the gains, the dividends is what we're really going after, is those long-term compounding dividend returns over time. Okay. So just to talk about that a little bit more, my dividend payments for the month of May, you can see all the companies that are paying the dividends, whether it's monthly or quarterly. Some examples would be with Siri, which is right here. They paid me on the 29th of May and 5 cents. Yeah, not a lot, but I don't have a lot in that company, and the share price is very inexpensive. Some others would be like Procter and Gamble. They paid me on the 15th. Hormone Foods would be another one on the 15th, 8 cents. Hasbro, 31 cents. Costco, 7 cents. AbbVie, $2, which is a nice dividend payment. Apple, 16 cents. So again, I can go on and on, but those are just some of the companies that pay me in May. If I keep going, you'll see more. And then Verizon, which was just over $1, which is another example. So that's just some activity overall for my portfolio for the month, and regarding dividend payments. Okay, so just to follow up more on this portfolio, if you guys do want to get an overview of this portfolio and just kind of follow along as I'm doing this video or any future videos, something I probably should have mentioned at the beginning, but I will include a link in the description. If you haven't seen it already, there will be a link to this exact portfolio that I have with my dividend investing account, my passive income account, okay, which is focused on dividend stocks only and dividend investing and compounding those dividends. So again, like I said, I'm going to include a link to this exact portfolio, which you can view and check out at a later time, or view with me as I'm going over things, as well as I will include a link to my M1 Finance referral link, which if you are interested in M1 Finance, and if you're not using it, or you're interested in switching and using this really custom and user-friendly software for your investments and stocks or ETFs, bonds, whatever it may be, it's a great platform. I really, really love it and enjoy being a customer and a user of the platform itself. So For you, like I said, I recommend it. By use my referral link, you will get $10 for free, and then I will get $10 as a thank you. So I appreciate anyone that does that and signs up through my link and starts investing with M1 Finance. But again, to get back into my portfolio, that was my activity for the dividends. And for me, changes overall, I mean, there's not really a lot that I have changed in this portfolio since everything has been going on. I haven't removed any stock since my last update. I haven't added any new ones in. Like I've mentioned previously, I am still looking into IBM for a tech stock for dividend payments. I am looking into a few other tech stocks, which I'm not going to mention right now, but I would say IBM is the number one stock that I'm looking at. And then on the consumer side, I'm actually looking into Walmart at the moment, just because with everything going on with COVID, Walmart's really thrived during that time. And I feel like regardless of if a crash happens, like people still need to buy groceries. People still need to go to Walmart to buy things, because it's a necessity. It's essentials. And Walmart thrived through that time. And I feel like they'll continue to grow and do well. Regardless, they'll pay a dividend, but also even regarding growth, that overall growth of my portfolio will not be hit as negatively, for instance, as maybe like the finance stocks have. So finance is just still having a hard time. Overall, my portfolio finance is down 27% for the year, which is the worst right now. So the finance stocks do pay a higher yield percentage, but growth-wise, it is down the most. Okay, but again, this is focused on dividend investing. Okay, so that's why I haven't sold any of my stocks in the finance side, or maybe even in real estate, which has performed poorly as well, because it's all based off those compounding dividends. Now, if a company does remove their dividend, I would probably more than likely, in some cases, remove that stock, from my portfolio. But if I feel like adding them, I feel like that maybe they would eventually add in that dividend again to their investors, that dividend payment. But overall, if you do have a stock that you're interested in, or one that you have in your portfolio, and you're not sure whether you want to keep it or not, just focus on that dividend growth if they continue to grow their dividends over time. But then also, if they are cutting or suspending their dividend, you would probably be in your best interest to consider at least cutting it, or to very well keep your eye on that stock and just continue to stay on top of it, just to see what the future is going to hold, and if you feel comfortable letting it ride, I guess, for a few months, which I am doing with a few stocks right now, before I completely cut them and sell the stock, because I do value those stocks. A lot of them are also dividend aristocrats, so I don't really want to completely get rid of them. I just feel like they just suspended their dividend temporarily for the quarter because of COVID-19. Until they get back to operating and in business and earning some revenue, they'll start paying their dividends again. So I wholeheartedly really believe that. So to go back to it again, Walmart was another one I was considering, as well as I mentioned in my previous update video on Delta Airlines. So while Delta Airlines is still really down, the airline stocks, I think, are going to be struggling for a while, and some may be even, hit bankruptcy. I feel like Delta Airlines has the advantage over a lot of the other airline stocks, or even maybe some cruise lines, some other travel stocks, which I do not recommend at the moment. But Delta, I definitely have my eye on Delta Airlines, and really, really close to investing in Delta, even though they did suspend their dividend, just to get it at a lower price. But then eventually, when they start paying that dividend, it's going to be a higher percentage starting out, because they want to give that money back to their investors by rewarding them for believing in their company still, going through this hard time. So overall, those are, like I said, no initial changes that I've made to this portfolio. Those are just some things that I am looking into some more, and maybe stocks I will add or remove here over the month of June. But again, nothing that I've completely changed overall with this portfolio. And the big thing, like I said, the big thing is to just focus on growth, focus on dividend growth, investments over time, and making sure that company has a good history of paying those dividends. And two areas, like I mentioned in my last video, healthcare and finance are, I'm sorry, healthcare and the technology stocks are the ones that have done the best throughout this virus and COVID-19, and they've done well because I feel like, if that were to happen, or even essential businesses, tech is really essential in the way we live our lives, and healthcare is essential with the way we live our lives, and even through a pandemic, those two stocks are very important through that time, but then also in the recovery phase as well. Okay. And people are really, they need those things. Those are essential to our lives, and using those, those companies and those stocks. So those are the changes, like I said. I'm sorry, those are the things I'm looking at potentially changing in the future, but no initial changes for the month of May. And that is my portfolio, guys. That is my portfolio. That's the update here for the month. And again, if you are interested in using M1 Finance, I will include, there is a link in the description which you can get access to it, as well as my portfolio. And anytime you do invest in M1 Finance and create a new account using my link, you will get $10 for free just for doing that and investing with M1 Finance. And then as a thank you, to me, for thanking me for doing this videos and subscribing to my channel and following along, I will get $10 as well. So I appreciate you doing that in advance. And last but not least, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, follow along if you're interested in learning more about some other videos I talk about, whether it's entrepreneurship, marketing, making money online, or investing like this one, as well as following along with my updated videos here with my dividend investing portfolio through M1 Finance. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I will see you in the next video. Make it an incredible day, and God bless. Take care.